Welcome back to the ReEducation Camp podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the Independence holiday last week. We were off for a little bit, just a busy week. So we are back. We are with you. And Colin, if you've never tuned into the show before, you might not know that Colin lives in Florida and I live in the coal region of Pennsylvania. Colin is a former resident of the coal region, but he escaped. I am sentenced to a life of fun, amusement, joy, and I get to frolic in the coal region still. So sometimes I like to just update Colin what's going on in the coal region. And something happened this past week that actually the coal region once again made national headlines. People might be familiar with, if you are familiar with the Dunkin' Donuts closing in Shamokin, Pennsylvania, it's akin to that. That is part of the coal region of Pennsylvania. So I know a lot of people have seen that nationally. I think even like Joe Rogan was like recently talking about
I think
the
you're
Dunkin'
right.
Donuts Shamokin. So once again, the coal region doing our duty for the country. I want to just show this with you real quickly. This event that just took place. And I'm just going to get straight to it and show you the video. So
the last thing they would expect someone
There we
in a
go.
restaurant with a nugget from a friend when you go to McDonald's. But it is when someone walks out of the Nesquehoning restaurant with the franchise's mascot.
He was kidnapped, and we would like to have him back.
The suspect in the kidnapping of Ronald McDonald isn't the Hamburglar. You can see in the surveillance video 4 people running through the parking lot, clowning around with Ronald, placing him in a black SUV. Now police say the group is in McDouble trouble.
now I just have to pause for a second and just appreciate the coal region attire, the coal region aesthetic here.
Eve Snyder is the general manager at the fast food chain here in the borough. She says the theft happened Sunday around 1 p.m. when staff were busy in the kitchen.
I was very angry. I woke up to a text with a picture of the wall, and it said, "Where's Ronald?" And I'm like, where is he? So then when I checked the footage, you could see them in here horsing around a bit, and then it was busy and they just scooched out the 2 side doors.
Customers coming in for lunch say the statue is the last thing they would expect someone to take.
You know, normally you see like theft, you see like something like a car,
Sweet tats.
something expensive, or not that. You know what I mean? Like, why would you take that though? You know what I mean? There's no reason to.
The manager says these Ronald McDonald statues aren't even made anymore, so they're pleading with the group to bring Ronald back.
This is privately owned franchise, and this is the owner's first store that he ever had. So everything in here has a lot of sentimental value to him, and he would like to have that back.
And for them to get like in trouble with it, like they're gonna look back and be like, I really just got theft charges for stealing Ronald McDonald.
Look at the eye on the neck.
It's not gonna
Did you
probably look
notice
too
that?
good on their record.
Anyone with information on Ronald's whereabouts or the suspects is asked to contact Nesquehoning police. Staff here at the McDonald's hope they can have a welcome home party for Ronald if he's returned.
I just want to share real quick that my brother always says that is the greatest McDonald's. Like I always call McDonald's his favorite restaurant, and he's a connoisseur of McDonald's. He always says that Nesquehoning McDonald's is the best McDonald's that he's ever been to. So
I agree. I grew up going to
all right.
that McDonald's, actually. I remember my mom, the one time she took me there, like she called out of work and she called me out of school.
Oh,
I was
that's
like
the
very
best.
young in grade school, and we went there for breakfast. I remember us stopping there for breakfast all the time. I mean,
it was
it's
always
a staple of the area.
It's really good. The fries were always really good there. Now I'm trying to so there is an update to this story. I did want to just pull up. I don't even understand like why this isn't, I'm searching, but it turns out that somebody posted, this was originally reported. We have a local Facebook group called Channel 1 Methed Up News. Yes, Methed Up News. And it reports on all of the happenings in our region because, I mean, does it need any explaining? Channel 1 Methed Up News. Okay, that's the cool.
Probably accurate.
So it sounds like there was an update that there was a Ronald McDonald that was similar, sold on eBay, that they found on eBay. But it turns out that they believe that is not the same Ronald McDonald. So they are still on the search for Ronald. If
Wait,
you know any information, please call.
so is this national news? Is that what you're saying? Like
This
this
was
is
that became national. That was in ABC News. That was on WNEP, like the local station, but it's hit like ABC. It was on like international news too.
wow. I mean, I have so much to say about it. Like number one, I love how the song "Smooth" by Santana featuring Rob Thomas is playing in the background during the interview. Like that kind of almost makes the whole news piece. And like the tatted up single mom, like I feel like she would sort of like if she wasn't covered in all those tattoos, she would sort of be like Coleridge cute, you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
do like the big glasses, like there's a certain aesthetic, you
I knew
know.
you were going to say that. I knew that was coming. I'm like, I could
Yeah.
see Colin being like having some kind of love affair with that woman.
Yeah, if
Yes.
she
Yeah.
wasn't, see, this happens all the time where like I'm into somebody and then they get all tatted up and they look like a lizard person and it's like, damn, what could have been? Like you don't
Hers
know,
were
you
pretty
don't.
intense. Like they were like some
Oh,
serious
did you
tattoos.
see
I
the
give her credit
eyeball in
for
the
that.
middle of the neck? That was
Yeah.
like the third eye, I guess. Like she's
I give her
probably,
credit though, because like that's the only tattoos I agree with. Like she's just going full bore. Like she doesn't have like a little tattoo, just a little bit here.
yeah.
It's
If
like
you're gonna
she's
do it,
into it. She's
let's not
yeah, that's the way it should be
play
done.
around
Like
here.
if you're gonna get a tattoo, that's what I expect, unless you're like in the Navy or in a biker gang or like in a tribe. But yeah, so that is, yes, there was a lot of other important news that we were going to get to, but I just wanted to
Not
share that
really.
because no, they're really, I
Is
mean, they're
there?
really,
Is
where is
there?
Ronald? Where the hell is
Yeah.
Ronald? That's the only thing that matters in this country right now. Like, who cares about the victims on Epstein's Island? We need to find Ronald, okay?
Who's
Justice will be
Epstein? Did
served.
he even exist? Did
Who
Jeffrey
is Epstein?
Epstein?
It's kind of like Osama bin Laden at this point,
Yeah.
where it's like, was he even real? Do we even know if that was actually like, was that just a figment of our imagination? Like, maybe Epstein just like took the fall for all the actual like lizard people, pedophiles, and like,
Before
yeah,
and like before we even get into Epstein, wasn't it wild how like you remember we're basically the same age. We grew up during we're the children of 9/11 essentially. Wasn't it wild how they were always able, like Osama bin Laden, like the CIA, the NSA, nobody could find this guy, but we would always find these videotapes that he would
yeah.
film in these caves where like he would like admit to various things and like in each videotape he would look a little bit different. He would have like a different beard, and he would have like a different aesthetic in each tape. And like he always had batteries to film these tapes, but like
Yeah, they
nobody could
probably
find him anywhere.
it always like traced back to a film set in Langley, Virginia. Like that's actually where the
Yeah.
cave set really was. Like it was just like out of
Right.
Langley, and they just had like this guy who acted as like Osama bin Laden. Maybe that's the same with Epstein. Like maybe he's just not. Maybe he didn't even exist. Like the
Yeah.
only question I have. So if you're not privy to what we were talking about, we have been told that there's all these people that have some kind of connection to Jeffrey Epstein. We expected that when the Trump administration came in, that they would be publishing the findings on Epstein. They would give us a list. When Pam Bondi, the attorney general, was asked about it, she said, "It's sitting on my desk." Now, she has now come out and said that she was just talking about the file in general, not the actual client list, and that they really just found a lot of child pornography, and that was pretty much the extent of what was
She said
part of the
tens of, she said like thousands of hours. They have
yeah.
thousands of hours of footage. And well, where's, was there
Who filmed
is there
it?
footage?
Yeah.
Where is
Where
it?
is this? Yeah, I mean, I understand them not releasing it, but like, how is this film? How was this documented? How did they film it? And yeah, it's all very interesting and strange. My real question is, where is Q? Where is Q? Okay, we need to
Yeah,
know. We
Q.
need a response from QAnon. We need to know what is going on. We've trusted the plan. Where we go one, we've gone all, and we need the bat signal from
Well,
Q at this moment.
At this point, it's the collective boomer consciousness, I feel. That is Q, because I swear to God, you're still like, even like my parents, I can tell, like I was talking with my mom a little bit about this, and I can tell she's kind of like, oh, I think it's a ruse. There's something else going on. Like it's always like nobody nobody can okay, I want to lay this out in like a way that everybody can understand. It's like, okay, take for instance Bill Clinton. It's like Bill Clinton was a cool dude who, liked to just play the saxophone and like fornicate with the intern in the Oval Office. Like he was a cool kind of relatable guy, but he was a corrupt politician, and like, everybody knew it. Well, okay, Donald Trump, you can say that he's a cool guy. He's pretty, I think he's been cooler in the past. But, at the end of the day, we're dealing with a corrupt politician. You're surprised that the corrupt politician made a promise. He made various promises during the campaign while he was trying to get elected, and now we're not seeing anything. So now we have to justify and be like, oh well, he's playing five-dimensional chess, and this isn't coming out because of this, and his big plan is actually this. And I'm even seeing like a little bit of that from Alex Jones. It's like, oh well, Trump, he's got leverage over the deep state now. Like he has all the material, and he's saying that it doesn't exist because it's like, or maybe we're just dealing with another corrupt politician here. Maybe it's that. I think it's that.
I feel with Trump, what the truth is that the people got to a point where we had been conditioned to believe that the media told the truth, that the government was at some point, not that they told us the truth, but the media was entrusted to tell us the truth. The government was entrusted to work for the people. All of these different elite organizations or institutions. I mean, really, you think about the boomers, like they entrusted in GM. They were going to pay their pension. They trusted in Social Security, the social contract. And what we've realized is, I think the American people got to the point that they were sick of the truth tellers telling lies. So they trusted a liar who sometimes told the truth. And
That's a great way to put it.
Donald J. Trump. Like he is a liar. He's just a constant, he is a liar. Like, let's accept this. Like
that doesn't mean he's not likable. I like a lot of liars.
And it doesn't mean that he doesn't tell the truth sometimes. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like people just got so sick of these institutions that were entrusted to tell us and deliver us the truth and be honest and work in our favor. And they got so tired of them lying and betraying them that they said, let's just give this guy a try, because every once in a while he tells the truth. I mean, if you've seen the video of him where he's in Stormy Daniels' trial and he's saying like, she's really not my type. And then he looks at the woman interviewing him, doing the interrogating, and he goes, you're really not my type either. Like he just straight up says that. So obviously sometimes he's going to tell the truth. Like he tells the truth about certain topics. I think the other issue I think we are seeing with like Iran and Israel, what we saw is, I was having a conversation with my brother who's in the military, and I said to him, it's kind of unbelievable to sit back and think that this guy who, yes, Donald Trump became a successful reality star, developer. Sometimes people even say not completely as successful as he's made himself out to be. But he's done well for himself. Like, let's put it that way. He took what his father gave him and was a good steward of it and did well for himself by and large, right? We could all agree on that. But that doesn't necessarily mean, like, think about him actually being in a war room, making decisions to strike Iran, making decisions to strike those the nuclear facilities, making decisions about Putin and Ukraine and Zelensky. Like, it's one thing to call into a radio station like Trump used to do and just be over the water cooler saying, hey, we need to do this and we need to do that. And why is China doing this? And why is China doing that? And to actually execute all that and be informed, like he's not a military strategist. He's not a geopolitical expert. He's not an economist. He's just a guy who
Who
did
showed Kevin
well.
McAllister the right
Yes,
way to the lobby. That's what he
exactly. And
is.
and and that's, I'm not sitting here, that's not a criticism of Trump. I'm just saying, don't get me wrong. I mean, Barack Obama is a constitutional lawyer and a government, a
Was
community
he?
organizer. Like, yeah, who knows
Was he?
exactly?
Did I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, but I'm saying he was a community organizer. Is he a
sure.
military strategist? Is he an
Langley,
economist?
community organizer.
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah, like exactly. So it's really, when you think about it, like I think Trump just, and you're seeing the same thing with Dan Bongino. You're seeing the same thing with Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, all of these people. Pete Hegseth. Pete
Yeah,
Hegseth.
flying his
Yes, I will.
drones.
I will respect him for his military, um, uh, for his duty in the military, for his service. But at the end of the day, this guy just read a script. He read a teleprompter on Fox News. And like, yet again, Tulsi Gabbard is obviously a little bit more equipped, also a military veteran. So we respect her for that. But like Dan Bongino, it's like he was in the Secret Service. Is he really capable of like being top brass at the FBI? I don't really know. And also on the point of Dan Bongino, like, it's easy to get on a microphone like we're doing right now. I can make a lot of claims. I just said Osama bin Laden's not real. Like, do I know that for a fact? Like, if they sat me down in Langley and gave me all the information, would I still come to that conclusion? I don't know. I can't
I
say
know
that I
that for a
would.
fact.
Yes. They would
I
be
know
like,
that.
Karen, how did you figure that out? You're way, you're so equipped. But like, you should be running this place. But like, think about that. I think it's just like such a good example of like, we have all these people just throwing around whatever accusations, whatever they want to say with no information to back it, no consequences. And it kind of gets to the point where like the left is saying about misinformation and disinformation, and they're kind of actually right in a sense. Like, they are
Well,
kind
that's the
of right
thing.
that
Like the
there's no
left is
consequences.
they're being proven right about Donald Trump, but not in the way that they say that they're being proven right,
Yeah,
if you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
And it's hard to have a conversation with a hardcore MAGA person about this because the immediate response from them is, "Oh, what are you, a Democrat? Are you a liberal? What are you saying that it would have been better if Kamala Harris was And it's like, well, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is what it is. There's no mass deportations going on. The numbers are basically the same as they were under the Biden administration. It's just that like they're like shining a spotlight on it right now. And you're seeing Trump come out now and saying that, well, actually we're going to grant amnesty to illegal farmers and etc. It's like, well, wait
Why
a
can't we
second.
just give them visas? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I don't know. I was just gonna say, I thought that like in most people's minds, when you talk about mass deportations, that what that meant was quite simply, if you're here illegally, you're gonna go. Like that's what mass
Pack your
deportations
bags.
meant.
Yeah.
Like you're here illegally, we're going to deport you, and we're gonna deport a lot of you, like 1 million a year. And I don't know what the latest numbers have been, but anyway, I didn't mean to go
Yeah,
off
yeah.
on
I
that.
think yeah, but it goes to your point where when people are throwing out these ideas, it's just kind of like you and I every week talk about how we're going to lock in and we're going to
Right.
do our exercise plan, we're going to diet, we're going to be carnivore. And
And
then
Monday
like,
we are.
yeah,
This
yeah,
Monday
yeah,
we
just
are.
Monday. And then like Tuesday comes around and we're like, well, I gotta have a pastry with my coffee. Like, I just gotta
Right.
have a fig bar, like a fig Newton or something, like just a little something. And then like I've eaten the entire box by like Wednesday morning. So like you said, it's just, I think it's a lot easier for people to just like say whatever they want to say and like throw bombs and be divisive and like get people, excuse me, like so agitated about these things too. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I think, and it's
Mhm.
interesting you were talking about like the hardcore MAGA people. There's like an old talk radio trope where like the right wing talk radio, like they never wanted a right winger to actually run the presidency, like to
Right.
win the presidency, because it was better for ratings and it was easier to do their job when they were the opposition. So you actually like the
Exactly.
Obama years were like a great time. The Clinton years were a great time for talk radio because you could just go off every day about Clinton. You could go off every single day about Obama, how he's a socialist, how he's a Muslim, how he's this or that. Whereas when your guy is in the White House, and like you said, the hardcore, like I grew up on talk radio, and yes, there was a group of talk radio people, like right wingers, that were kind of in with the Bushes, but not really. They really weren't. Most of them, by and large, were not like BFFs with the Bushes. Whereas Trump, like you always say, it's like an influencer cabinet. It's like
Hmm.
we went from like Dan Bongino just being like a talk radio guy on steroids to like being in charge of the Epstein files. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, I don't think that I don't think that's what anybody wanted. Like, I don't think we wanted Pete Hegseth. I think I wanted like one of the whistleblowers at the FBI to be reinstated and to get their job back. Like, clearly they're courageous. Like, Dan Bongino is not courageous, like making millions of dollars, just like getting people angry about whatever. And I'm not like hating on Dan Bongino. It's a really lucrative business opportunity. And like,
Which I would
obviously,
accept, by the way. I
yeah,
will
we would.
absolutely
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
paid
Give us
MAGA
the script.
influencer, even
Yeah.
right now, if it means not having a 9 to 5, just for the record.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like most of these people, it's just like they are making so much money just getting you enraged. Like they are laughing all the way to the bank while you're like fighting with your family.
Yeah,
Like
you're
it's just
wallowing in filth,
yeah,
fighting, fighting with
exactly.
your
Yeah,
unhealthy.
they're like pay for my Patreon while like you're sitting there like falling apart and then like all of your agitation is not at like yourself, like you're just aggravated with like um the deep state. Like if you are
Right.
more angry at the deep state than you are about like your own failures, you need to like seek mental help. Like that's my advice. And listen, I'm not saying I think that people have a righteous anger. They have a reason to be aggravated, like these Epstein files. Like, I'm not happy about it, but also, too, am I completely surprised?
No, who thought
No.
if you were
Yeah.
paying attention, at no point would it that any serious person who was paying attention think that Donald Trump was going to get in there and release the Jeffrey Epstein files and the client list was going to come out and everybody's going to jail, everybody's going to Gitmo, everybody's going to be on the guillotine. Like if you were actually like seriously paying attention, like you kind of knew that nothing much was going to
Yeah.
happen during this administration.
Watch the X Files. The Smoking Man already burned all those files.
Yeah, those files, wherever they, they're long gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But
Yeah.
just like what a slap in the face though. What like could you imagine like it's so opposite of the original MAGA campaign from 2015. Like we went from we're gonna purge the deep state. There's gonna be real meaningful change. We went from that to Jeffrey Ep. What are you talking about Jeffrey Epstein for? He didn't even exist.
Yeah.
There's no client list. There's no files. Ghislaine Maxwell's in prison for I don't know why she's in prison. She's just in prison because she was trafficking to nobody. There's no like we went from that. Like that's a pretty drastic jump, wouldn't you say? It's
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
like
They're
not
like,
even
listen, there's nothing going on.
recognizable.
There's no man behind the curtain. I have a meeting with Netanyahu. I have to.
Yeah, right, right. It's the third one today.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
my third meet. He's always there for some reason. I think he
I
like
have like
lives
a
there.
weird timing. Like he showed up right when like the Epstein files.
Yeah, yeah, right. He shows up. He shows up, and then all of a sudden, Jeffrey Epstein. Who's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse
Well,
me.
that's what
Me and
David.
BB have business to discuss. We're,
Ben Shapiro released like a video about him, was like
I
basically like
saw.
it didn't happen, okay? They've looked into the files. And David Icke just like shared it and he was like, this is 100% confirmation that Mossad was behind Epstein.
Good old David. Like
But
I haven't followed him in a while.
listen, this is above my pay grade. This is above, here's the thing. This is above most people's pay grades. Like most people were not capable of actually even having a conversation about the Epstein, um, about it in general. Like I'm just saying, like some of the people that were like involved with it and talking about it, it just became like a trope. But was
Yeah.
interesting. I saw a video on Wired from like 7 months ago, and they had actually gotten received data from essentially the cell phone pings from Little St. James, and
Hmm.
they were able to trace it all back, all of the cell phone information. I guess it was somehow, I don't know if it was leaked from a government contractor, or I don't know if it was leaked. I don't want to say it was leaked, but it was from like a government contractor, and they were able to ping all these different cell phones and then be able to trace them through how they got to Little St. James, and then they were also where they were pinged in different parts of the country. And the top places that they were was from Florida, New York, Michigan, of all places. Like that really surprised me. Like Michigan, I can't remember where else. Like I said,
Probably
it's
Los
on
Angeles.
Wired. You can look it up in YouTube. But Michigan really, yeah, like really surprised me. But they were able to confirm that like all of these places were they were from like wealthier neighborhoods where they pinged
Hmm.
them back to, so that they were able to confirm that.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, I mean, I have to say, I saw an article, speaking of Channel One messed up news today. There was a guy who's arrested in Chendoa, okay, and he was arrested for filming sexual acts with a 9-month-old baby. Okay, so this is just a regular person in the coal region who's committing some kind of atrocity like this. So to believe that possibly this could be something that's happening at the highest levels, like I'm sure you've probably heard about like the boys' school or whatever in Omaha, Nebraska, and some of the stuff that they uncovered there and the trafficking ring. But yeah, I mean I think we know this stuff is happening. Like this is definitely going on. But like you said, I think it really goes back to like the boomers, where they're like they kind of the boomers have gone ahead and they've really just desecrated, I believe, like the name of like if they haven't ruined everything, they've also ruined conspiracies. Can we all come
Oh
to
my
that?
God, yeah,
Can we all agree?
conspiracy. They're cringe now. Being
Yeah.
a conspiracy theorist, they've turned it into like a cringe thing. Before it was counterculture and cool, and now it's just like so it feels like so processed and so low IQ and so just
Yeah.
it's like they're proving the left right, but not in the way the left thinks that they're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh
It's like, do you really think these people are capable of being Nazis? Like they're so lame. Okay. Like
Yeah,
they're so
right.
like,
Yeah.
come
Have you
on.
seen the way they dress? They're certainly not wearing Hugo Boss well
Yeah.
ironed,
Yeah.
slick looking uniforms. They're not. They're wearing like pit stained, disgusting white Hanes tees with like tattered up, paint splattered jeans and like the white sneakers with the lawnmower stand. Like that's who we're
Yeah.
talking
Like
about with here.
boomers are so lame. They're not even like capable of being fascists. Like
Yeah.
they're not even like
The
effective fascists. And like these people are freaking out about it. And it's like, do you really think that these people are even going to get off Facebook and do anything? They won't even watch
right.
their grandchildren, for the love of God. Okay. Like they're not going to do anything. They're just going to share memes, like, and just fade into, to existence. Like that's like literally what's happening. They're not even capable of that. They've, they took everything the greatest generation fought for and gave them, and they've destroyed it. And that even includes being a right wing radical. Okay, like they've destroyed
Right.
everything: conspiracies, right wing radicalism, being left wing radicals. Like everything has been destroyed by the boomers. Everything we know. We're living in a different universe because they've just ruined everything. And like I said, conspiracies included. And like you said, they're so cringe. Like you're just embarrassed. Like I'm at a point where like I defend the main line messaging. I'm like, well, CBS News said this, and I think they're right.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting to the point now too. It's a very sad state of affairs that
Yeah,
we've arrived at.
it's so true. Like they've jumped conspiracies have jumped the shark. That's
Yeah,
really
conspiracy. They used to be cool, now they're lame, and where do we go from here? One random thing while we're on the topic of Jeffrey Epstein, did you ever follow? There was a YouTube channel back that was very prominent in 2019 when Epstein was taken in again by the police, and the channel was called Rusty Shackleford. That was the
okay.
account name,
Okay.
and I guess this was some guy who had a boat out in the Virgin Islands and he had a really good drone and he would fly this drone over Little St. James and he would get amazing footage of the entire island. And he was flying a drone over the island on the day that the FBI raid was going on. And this video is on YouTube. Like this guy's flying this drone while the FBI is raiding Epstein's mansion, and like the FBI can see the drone, so they're like trying to like board up the windows so the drone can't see what's going on. It was really wild, but anyway, the footage was amazing. He would fly the drone during the day and during the night. He would get really amazing, like really creepy night footage of like the whole island kind of lit up, but he just disappeared. Like eventually he stopped posting videos and he was never heard
He
from
was
again.
disappeared. He didn't
And
disappear. He was
the
disappeared.
and the channel was deleted off YouTube too. Like you can only find these videos on like the Internet Archive, and it's really amazing footage if you've never seen it before. If you really want to get like he inspects like every nook and cranny of this island with this drone. And anyway,
And
I
did
just
you
wanted to
see
mention
anything
that.
besides the strange temple? Did you see anything on that video that was suspicious or stood out to you?
There was a lot of what do you call it? Construction, like caterpillars and shit, like
Yeah,
construction
yeah,
vehicles. A lot of just looks like there was a lot of work going on,
yeah,
but nothing like particularly crazy or
yeah.
anything
Like
that
nothing that
stood
stood
out.
out. I think that that Pam Bondi owes us at least an explanation about the painting of Bill Clinton in Monica Lewinsky's dress. I listen, I'll be like, listen, I don't need a list, but can you explain this? And can you also explain to me what that temple was used for? That's it. That's all I want to know.
Yeah,
Like I want those.
I think the official explanation is that there was a music room in that temple. Um, and the temple, I don't know if you noticed, it has it's painted in a particular color pattern.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
blue and white, the
Mm.
same color pattern as a flag, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, but like, I just want to know that. Like, I just want information as to what the temple's use was, what was that for. I mean, have images from inside the temple been released?
No, no,
Yeah.
nobody could
Well, what
ever
the frick?
get.
You have no footage of that? That's not
And the
part of the
door is
files?
painted on, by the way. Like if you look at that temple, there's a door. That's a painted on door. They got close up foot. The drone got close up footage.
What did
It's
they maybe
paint.
come underneath? Like you come from below?
I have no idea. Who knows? And you know who else was on the island? Luke Radowski, the Polish
Yeah,
guy.
I remember seeing
Remember
Luke
that?
Radowski. He's like old school.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah. He's been around a
been around
while.
forever. Yeah. Shout out
Yeah,
to Luke.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, that's can you imagine like going there? That would be so wild.
I know, like, but if you've never seen that footage though, definitely look that up. Rusty Shackleford, Epstein Island footage. And personally, I regret when I was in Manhattan for that when I was living there back in 2014, I regret not going to see that mansion because I knew who he was back then. Like if you follow conspiracy theories, you knew that name, Jeffrey Epstein, you knew what he was associated with before like it became like a mainstream name. I wish I would have went there and saw the mansion and the heated sidewalk, and maybe I would have ran into Woody Allen, and like who knows what would have happened.
Now, James O'Keefe says that he has from a month ago footage. Hold on. It says inside Epstein's temple. O'Keefe.
What?
Hold on. Let me see. I just want to see if this is BS because I don't want to be like, you know.
I feel like he always says something major bombshell,
Yeah.
and it's like,
And then it's just like him talking to himself. Oh God, now I gotta like subscribe now. There's no way that this is like, hold on, let me just see real quick.
I I highly doubt it.
Inside Epstein. I don't want to say that like there are no pictures and then there are pictures and then I feel like an idiot. Apparently he got it soundproofed for a reason. Somebody, Jake Shields, said that. Oh wait, here. Oh, never before seen image of Island Library,
Hmm.
but that's not the temple. Hold on.
I'm almost more interested in the Zorro Ranch in New Mexico.
That's
That was his
yeah.
other property. That was allegedly where he was conducting the research on possibly impregnating a large portion of the human race with his genome.
Oh yeah. Wait. Do you think he got some footage for free? Unlikely. Don't know. Probably better way of doing this. So some people. Oh, I guess it's like behind a paywall. All right. Well, if somebody can send that to me, I appreciate it. That's how I feel about the Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens thing today. It's like
Oh
behind a
yes,
paywall. I'm like, what?
yeah. Like
Like,
Candace, really? Because she's afraid of getting her YouTube channel taken away.
sure.
That's the only reason why she would put that behind a paywall.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. I respect the hustle. I mean, maybe I'll just break down and subscribe for the month and get it, you
It's got to
know.
be somewhere though. Like that interview,
Yeah,
like come
you're
on,
right.
it's
Yeah,
got to be
yeah. Like,
somewhere. I
yeah,
mean,
somebody please, somebody on X.
she's not gonna put it on X. Like,
Yeah.
get out of
Yeah,
town.
number one, like you really think they would have pulled that off X? No way in heck.
No, it's not gonna get
That would
pulled
not
off
be
X.
pulled.
It's
Yeah,
not
that
gonna get
wouldn't be
pulled off
pulled.
Rumble either. That's where he does his show.
I mean, honestly, for the most part, I guess I could probably there's probably so many clips that are going around now. It's like not it's I feel bad for like actual like photographers and creators at this point though, because like everything just like gets out there. Like everything is just so
Yeah.
it's so readily accessible. It's at a point where everything is like cheap and the content is just like churned out constantly. But that's a separate conversation. All right, maybe I'll pay O'Keefe and see what was in Epstein's temple, but I feel like it's probably not true because they weren't getting. I did see a little bit of the library, and that was weird. But like, why is the government? Like Pam Bondi. Why? Where are the photos? Where are the photo? You're telling me we can't have pictures from inside the temple, right?
Yeah,
Like
why not?
what's
If there's nothing to this, then why couldn't we
yeah.
see some more photographs and see what was taken from the mansion and why I wouldn't mind. I would buy the island if I had the money actually. Like if I
Yeah.
wanted to just like get away from it all, like I often think like how cool would it be if you could just buy an island somewhere and have like your own source of electricity. Maybe you could have solar. You could really just kind of get away from
Yeah,
society with your
that's
own
true.
island.
Well, to that point, I do wonder, like when we were talking about, can you imagine being like one of these boomers that was just like deep in the queue, had the where we would go one, where we go all, like flag at your house. You like we're telling your children that like listen, like they're gonna come, they're lizard people, and then like they just are like, well, we don't have a list. So all right,
Yeah,
moving on. Like you dedicated the last like 4 years of your life to like Jeffrey Epstein and the pedophile ring, and then like
more like 10 years. This has been
10,
like
yeah, I
this
mean
has
this has
been a
been going on
topic
for
of
a long.
discussion since like Comet Ping Pong.
Yeah,
Remember
but
that?
yeah, of
Pizzagate,
course. Yeah, that is woof.
which
I firmly am into that one. I am 100%. I almost find that one more
absolutely.
intriguing than Epstein, actually. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I do find it. I guess just because you read all of those, when you read the emails, you're just so disturbed. Like and then
Obama's ordering like how many $100,000 worth of hot dogs to be shipped
yeah,
in.
yeah, and then you're like looking at those, like the pedestal, like the artwork that individual does, and there's just I think I just saw that what is her name? It's Abramovich or whatever her name
Oh
is. Like
yeah, Abrima, what the Satanist
the
chick.
Satanist lady, the one who does like this soul art or whatever. She
Yeah,
was
the
just saying,
painting.
I just sent you a video where she was like talking about how she was saying that Trump is like a master wizard and that he's doing magic and that he's like a disruptor that's bringing on like a new world order. Like he is priming us for the new world order because of I was like, what? This is crazy.
Marina
So
Abramovich. That's her
that's her
name,
name.
I
Marie.
believe.
Yes.
Marina
Yeah.
Abramovich, and she's into spirit cooking.
Spirit cooking. Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Hmm.
So she just was saying that Trump, she was almost like praising Trump for his like magic abilities. Like
She
he
could
was
be
like
right.
hypnotizing.
I
Yeah.
mean, he is giving all our information to Palantir,
Yeah.
to set up a complete Orwellian AI surveillance state.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. But once you start looking into like, I kind of understand the boomers for like their brains like being on fire because like you start like reading some of the stuff where you see some of that artwork that Podesta had, or you see what she does with the spirit cooking, and you think like, what in God's name is this? Like these people have to be sick and twisted. Like this has to be some kind of twisted occult type thing. When like the occult's real. Like we know that people have practiced the occult. It's not something that like has just been made up and it hasn't been
you,
around. There's been a secret mystery religion for years. But I guess my point is like you can not tap into the darkness, but I mean like you can familiarize yourself with it up into a point. But if you completely submerge yourself, you're gonna lose your mind. Like,
that's what what's his name said, the actor who played Dracula, Christopher Lee. There's a famous video clip of him talking about how he owns some like occult related books as a collector, but like if you immerse yourself in that, you can actually lose your mind and your soul. That's the quote from Christopher
yeah,
Lee.
I just mean even trying to battle against it. Like if your intent is to find out everything and to know all of what's going on with like the deep state or the elite and what they're doing and their practices and their cult and their secret, their ancient mystery religion and like
I'm more
you're,
interested in Britney Spears, honestly. Like,
yeah, yeah,
what's going on with her? What's she doing?
yeah.
Like, what's
Was she ever at the island?
yeah? Was she ever at the island? No, but
What
yeah,
secrets does Brittany know? That's what we want to know. That
I
is
bet she
what.
knows some stuff. She's been in the biz, since she was like 12 years. She probably knows some stuff and she's seen some stuff. I bet you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She like has to have had that. But it's summertime. I just want to shift a little bit to something that happened before 4th of July, but I think it's important that we trace back to this. I'm going to share this video real quick. Again, we have a little video we got to share because it is my dear senator here
Oh
that has
yes,
important. I think that this
America's
kind
senator.
of leads right into what I was saying. Like, don't be worried about the pedophile island. Don't be worried about the spirit cooking. John Fetterman has a message for you.
Did you get any clues on the floor about what time this might wrap?
Oh my God! I just want to go home. I've already I've missed our entire trip to the beach. My family's going to be back before we that. So and again, I'm going to vote no. There's no drama. The votes are going to go.
Okay, whatever. Who cares about the votes?
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Like literally nobody cares. I mean, it passed. Spoiler alert, it passed. But really, okay, so full disclosure, I did not vote for Mr. Fetterman when he's
You
a senator
didn't?
from Pennsylvania. I regret that. When I saw this video, I regretted not voting for this man. This is a man I can get behind. He has his priorities straight. He does not care about funding schools. He does not care about funding the military. He does not care about wars. He does not care about anything. He just wants to go home and be on his vacation. And
Yeah.
to me, that was like, yet again, when I was talking about Trump being a liar that tells the truth sometimes, I just appreciated his honesty. I appreciated that he knows what's important in life. And I have to say, if he runs again for Senate, I will be voting for him because that is who I want in the Senate. I want someone that does not care. I want them to care about going on vacation with Slop, his wife. Former,
He's
yeah,
a real
yeah,
American.
yeah,
He's as real as it
yeah,
gets. He just wants to, he doesn't care. He didn't sign up for this to be called away from vacation to vote on
yeah.
some ridiculous, but who can just do whatever you want with the bill. Like how's
Why
this
can't he
bill?
vote by text? Like you have Wi-Fi on the beach, like or
Yeah, we have all
whatever.
this
Like
technology, we've got AI, we've got everything. It's like you need his physical presence there. Like he's got to be
couldn't
in
he
the
just
chain.
Zoom call? Like couldn't he just Zoom
Yeah.
call and be like he said what
Well,
he was going to vote? He was like I'm voting no, okay? Like
yeah, it's like, okay, one vote, that's one vote for no. We can X off
yeah,
Fetterman's
you
box.
people that are confused, you figure it out amongst
He
you.
said no. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like
Could there be
why
like a
are
signal chat? Like just get like a signal chat going. Everybody just votes in the that you can I'm sure you can like have put like a poll in the signal chat. Like
yes.
yes, no.
Yeah.
And then the poll calculates and it's like, hey, everybody, here's the chat.
It's so crazy too. Like in this day and age, like Congress should only be in DC like once a month. Like they should literally, and I think that would help. Like if you're gonna have these lobbyists taking them out to dinner, like make them take him out to dinner in the coal region. Like
Yeah.
why are they in the
You
belly of the beast? Like send him to back to Pennsylvania. Like we don't want him at in Washington D.C. Like he should be able to be at the beach and just say like, "Hey, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to do this. Bye." You know what I'm saying? Like just send an email or something. Like it's just so out absurd.
right.
I appreciate Fetterman. I appreciate him
Yeah,
for
I appreciate his honesty.
yeah.
It's a rarity these days, as we've
Yeah.
seen, as we've
Now,
seen.
yeah. Now, of course, everybody was criticizing him and complaining that he works for them, yada, yada, yada. Listen, no, here's the thing. These other politicians give you lip service and they tell you they work for them. And honestly, really why I appreciate like I'm not even joking. I'm not even being facetious. Like I appreciate it that Nancy Pelosi and these other monsters, they thrive and their whole existence is just sucking off other human beings, being narcissistic freaks who just like live for power and that's the only person like that's their entire identity is just being a power hungry monster. Whereas, and then they'll give you lip service about how they work so hard for you and how this is so important and they love the country and they're working so hard for the people. No, I want a person who's like, I have a family and that's more important than anything. And like, I genuinely feel like like that to me was just an indicator that John Fetterman, for good or bad, is not a sociopath. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, he's
that's what I
real.
mean by that. Like, I've met people in positions like that and people in elite spaces and very wealthy, and they're sociopaths. They're narcissistic monsters who their entire identity is wrapped up in Googling themselves and patting themselves on the back and screwing over everyone who worships them and they work for. They don't care about you. Like all they care is about is themselves. They're going to tell you how great they are. They live for themselves. And yeah, I just appreciated that Fetterman was just a real person who said like, no,
Yeah, I'd rather be on the beach. I
yeah,
have no interest in being here.
yeah,
I'm not your servant, actually.
yeah.
That's not why I got into this. Nobody got into this for that, just to clue you in on
He's
how things
really all
work.
of us. He's really all of us. Like Friday, well, I guess 4th of July was on a Friday, but like he's all of us the day before 4th of July, like July 3rd. And we're just like, you know what? They tell you you have a Zoom call meeting, and you're like, I am here for a paycheck and health insurance. Like, that's really it. Like, I don't care about your company. I don't care about the country. I don't care about your widgets. I don't care about your Zoom meetings. I don't care about your email. I don't care about your Slack messages. I don't care about Outlook. I don't care about Google Meets. I am here for Federal Reserve notes that for the foreseeable future,
Right.
provide me a place to live and some Domino's pizza. So please do not make me work the day July 3rd. Okay. Like
And
just let me get to the beach. I have to go.
that's
Thank you.
also why I'm an advocate of the 3 day work week, because I feel like there's 2 days of the week that don't really count where you're basically checked out, and that's Monday and Friday. I'm sorry, but nobody is actually working hard on a Monday or a Friday. At best, you get 2 to 3 decent days where like you're putting in like substantial passable effort. I'm talking most people. Most people at their jobs, the the employer can
The
expect
normal people.
two
Yeah.
to three decent days
Yeah.
where there's a passable
I
amount
was
of work
thinking
being done.
too, like jobs where you actually have to be present and do that. Like we were talking about, like yesterday on the phone, we were talking about like Starbucks people. Like they work all day. Like the
Yeah.
people that work at Starbucks are like the hardest workers in the country. And I think that like they should only have to work one day a week. Like you just work one day a week and you get like $75,000 a year. Like let's just
Yeah, I
like the
agree,
AI revolution is
actually.
here. Let's just like, okay, you're actually going to work all day. So you just come in once a week. That's it. Like you just do your duty once a week and then you just like live your life. Like can't the robots do this stuff? Like can't the robots make me a
I've
frappuccino? I don't understand. Like we should all be like Wally and just roly poly around. So like
if
let's
you've
get to
ever
this.
worked in like an office environment, do you realize the amount of BSing that is going on? Like especially in person actually. Like when I used to work in an office building, like oh my God, there was so much nonsense of people just like, you go over to say hello to this coworker, you step away from your desk and you end up BSing about some like an hour goes by where you're talking about like Game of Thrones or something and there's like no work at all. That's basically what working in an office is. And there's like a
Oh
beauty
yeah.
to it actually. There is like a certain like camaraderie there. Tim Dillon had a good bit on
Especially if it's a
that, but
big office, like especially
yeah.
if it's like a big office where it's like you don't even know who owns the company, like you
Yeah,
really don't
nor you
care.
care.
Yeah. I've been fortunate enough to never actually work in that setting. I've pretty much, it's actually weird. Most of my adult life has been working like on my own for the most
Mm,
part. It's kind of crazy when
you're a
I think,
strong
which
independent
is,
woman.
yeah, which is funny because I really like people. So it's funny that I would be kind of like sequestered for most of my career. Maybe that's why I still like people because I'm not
That
around them all the
could
time.
be it.
That
It
could
could
be
be
it.
it.
That could be the
Although in
reason
many
why I'm not.
ways, it's really a beautiful time in your life working in an office in a dead end job, like not really doing, just going in to like BS and socialize and half ass it. It's
And just
really a
pretend like you're
great,
not there. Yeah,
in
yeah. Just
many
like
ways, it's a great period of your life, like the best period possible, actually. It's
I
a
could see that.
paradox.
I could see that. I could see that being the case. Like it being special. It's like high school or something. Like there's something
Yeah, yeah,
special
it's better
about
than
it.
high school
Yeah.
actually. It's a lot better than yeah, working in an office and at a stupid meeting, that's the real high school actually. I'm
Yeah.
glad that's the real college. That's the best experience. That supersedes college and high school.
I think the reason that you like it though, the reason why there's a beauty to it is because of the camaraderie. Like you have a community
True.
that pretty much hates the company, hates the boss, thinks that it's really dumb and been just trivial that you even work there. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? You're both just trying, like, you're all trying to just entertain each other. Cause that's how I feel about like I
Oh
worked
yeah.
remotely, but I worked on a team of individuals under a very demanding boss. And even though we were remote, um, and I was the only female on the team, but like they literally feel like family to me. Like it was just you built such a trust. Like, and you would take one for the team. Like you would be like, I I fell on my sword many times for other individuals. Like I've thought to myself, if I hit the lottery, like there's a couple individuals in that group that like they're I think that's such a good point about the lottery though. Like you often see, I know that you pull together, but I feel like there's a reason why like the people pull together and in those jobs and they're like they go in and do the lottery together because it's everybody's like this is soul sucking hell that we have to endure together, but like we're a band of brothers. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like being in the 101st Airborne in Bastogne. Like you're pretty much in the same,
Yeah,
you're in a
pretty kind of.
foxhole over the winter and you're a band of brothers. You parachute it together. You've been through boot camp. You were there on D-Day together. You were there through Bastogne. You liberated the Dachau, and you were like, "We have done this together. We are in it together." And there's something very, like you said, there's something, and I think that is actually what is so special about it. It's the camaraderie. It's being a band of brothers. It's being troops together. It's kind of the same thing like you hear like people talk about being in the military. Like they
You
get
kind
out
of
of
make
it and
you're
they're
making
like,
me want to
yeah.
go off to like a war now. Like maybe that like man, maybe we do need like a full on like European like we need a European theater, we need a Pacific theater. We need yeah, I think we need a war. You've convinced me now. We need a
Yeah,
good war.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe just me, just maybe, a lot of us will find what we've been searching for.
Yes, you're like, I need meaning, so Trump needs to nuke Russia. Like that is
Right.
like,
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying, actually. Yeah.
and
T
oddly enough, I think you're almost right. Like I almost feel
China
like
needs
this
to invade
generation, yeah.
Taiwan, and then we need to have an exchange of fire. I think that that's what needs to happen at this point
All
for
right, yeah.
everybody to get set on the right path.
Well, you're almost right because I feel like it like gives people purpose. Like I feel like there's a lot of young people that just feel like they have no purpose. And like you said, if they were like actually fighting a war, but I also think that they're so apathetic, some of them, that they would feel like it was pointless. That was pointless too. Like they would be like, why are we fighting? Like I know my brother, like he loves Russians. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Good
loves
for me
Russian
too. So do
music
I.
and he's like, I don't want to fight those people. Like he kind of like wants to drop bombs and stuff like that, but like I don't think he
Yeah,
wants
but
to be
not in
like, yeah,
Russia.
yeah, not in Russia.
On
Yeah.
a village somewhere, like a like a village in the South Pacific,
Yeah.
some Asian country you never heard of, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, or like the
Yeah,
Middle East or something like that. It's
yeah,
like, well,
like we,
they're always blowing each other up. Like, what's another one at this
yeah, like how
point,
about like
right?
a
Like,
good My Lai massacre, like that? Those were the days, not this.
we are kidding people. Yeah, we are. Yeah,
Yes,
not these like strategic strikes by drones or whatever. Like, come
yeah, let's
on. Like, what
get rid of
is
this drone nonsense. We
Hegseth
need
with his drone nonsense?
no, we
Yeah,
need
like
old
no.
school hand to hand. You're running up the beach, and that's what we got. We need to get back to.
Before we go, it's funny that you said that because my brother, who's in the Coast Guard, was telling me about there's like these boot camps for like losers who never were in the military and they just like want to feel like men. And they actually pay to go to essentially a simulation of a boot camp. It's called like man camp or something. Look it up on YouTube. I did not make this up, but it's like there is literally a crisis of masculinity happening in this country where like everybody thinks that like being on carnivore, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, like doing jujitsu, like it's basically like Lex Friedman's version of being like a man.
Yes, the
You know what
Lex
I'm
Friedman
saying? Like,
masculinity. I'm more
yeah.
into the Tucker Carlson masculinity, which is
Yes.
smoking a
Yes.
cig, having a pastry, you
I never
know.
thought about that, but you're right. Like Tucker Carlson could care less. Like he's
Yeah, he doesn't. He's out there saying, "Well, of course, smoking's cool. Smoking's
he's like in
inherently
his
cool."
loafers with like no socks on. He's like in weird loafers and like a weird like Oxford type shirt. Yeah, I never thought about that. Tucker's
That's
almost like more masculine than Jocko Willink. Like when you
oh,
really
far
think about it,
far more. That's if you
not
want an
even a
example.
debate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy heck, I never thought
Yeah,
about
he's not
that. But you're
crying like
right.
Jordan Peterson, he's not advocating for having a harem of women like Andrew Tate. He's just all about, just your regular every man with the white picket fence, having a cig, eating a pastry.
Wow, I never thought about Tucker Carlson in this light. I have like a new
Yeah.
appreciation for Tucker. I
He's my
really do.
favorite Fed, like by far. Like he's a CIA agent and I'm fine with that. I find him amusing. I like when he makes an ass out of these politicians, like he has Ted Cruz on and asks him like stupid questions that he knows the answer to. Do you know how many people are in Iran? He does the face, and Ted Cruz has no idea. Well, no, you don't know the number of people in the country you wish to topple? Huh. Like, I like the whole act. I do.
Yes, yeah. Well, I do want to say too, it's funny that we're having this conversation because you got to give it like I know Tucker has property in Maine,
Hmm.
and I've seen him like be up there, but like I don't think he ever cosplays as some kind of like pioneer. Like he's never like he's definitely like I've seen him with people from Maine, but holy crap, like I really it's occurring to me how much I respect that. Like I saw him with this guy and they drove like the cyber truck and like Tucker was hanging out with him, but Tucker was still Tucker. Like he wasn't like all of a sudden like I'm in this outfit where people need to see Glenn Beck right now. Glenn Beck has been cosplaying as like a cowboy recently. It
I
is
have seen that.
freaking hilarious. Like it is so bizarre and embarrassing and cringe. I'm like, okay, somebody get this message to Glenn Beck. It is not cool. You look like the Pillsbury Doughboy trying to be John Wayne. It's like an embarrassment. It needs to end.
Isn't he
Nobody
pushing
thinks it's
WMDs too? Like he's going like old school, like
But I'm just saying,
2002.
yeah, he can push whatever the hell he wants to push. I don't care what Glenn Beck says. He can push anything. But please, for the love of God, do not do that. And like, I think that that's like part of like this whole like crisis of masculinity, where it's like, you're right. Like Tucker Carlson is oddly authentic to himself and like went to Phillips Exeter and it's just like, hey, yeah, I wear loafers and these goofy shirts and khaki weird pants and like I like the Grateful Dead and he just doesn't
Yeah. And
apologize.
somehow I'm totally not in the CIA, but I can get an interview with any world leader that I want. I'm doing a tour throughout the Middle East, interviewing every single leader of every Middle Eastern country. How do I get these interviews? Nobody knows, but I get them. And I'm not a Fed.
Yeah, yeah, that's really interesting. And yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It is, I am curious about that. I have actually been in contact with some of Tucker's team. And like you said, like, I'm not dismissing them, but like, I don't know if it's just, like you said, is he a Fed? Is it Tucker's star power? But I don't think that it's like his team is like completely like so phenomenal that they're like, oh, yeah, of course. Like, I
Yeah,
think
of
that
course.
mostly it's
We'll
like,
get Putin on the line right now.
yeah,
Like we
yeah. I mean, clearly they do somehow, but like, I'm just saying it's not like they're like CIA agents that are like working for him that I could tell. Like, it didn't seem
right.
like they're pretty basic people.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, nice, professional, kindly people. He's very relaxed. Like, Tucker's really like chill, like very chill to deal with, like, very not complicated. One of the most like chill people, but maybe because he knows he has the full backing of the deep state and just is able to just do whatever he wants. I mean, I
His
would feel
father
pretty
was the head
confident
of
too.
Voice of America in this.
Yeah,
Like his family is like literally CIA royalty. Like he
yeah.
talks about he brags about growing up and there's like super spies that live down the street from him. Like he's always been in that
He
world.
literally had like his smoking man from the X-Files is like his godfather.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like yeah, like the smoking man from the X-Files is at like breakfast in the morning. Like what? What? Okay, obviously, you're in the family business. We all know you're in the family business. It's fine, okay?
Listen, Tucker, you were apparently the most masculine person in the media. So we just want to say that we appreciate you. If you're Fed, we still like you.
Yeah, I don't
I
care.
just I just don't even, yeah, I don't really have any ill will towards anybody. Like Rachel Maddow, she seems cool. Like I'd hang out with her. I don't care. Like Alex Jones, who are I don't even know who the big left leaning people are. Like who are the left like who's the left Joe Rogan? Does that even exist?
No, I don't think that exists actually. Like
Like
like when I think of
yeah,
like
yeah, when like Kamala Harris, like this liberal podcaster just announced that like he scrapped like his interview with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz because it was so awful. And I'm like, who is this guy? I've never even heard of him, right? Like you're like,
yeah,
how the
could we
hell
have
did he get
gotten
this?
them on?
Yeah, right.
Like
Like they don't,
I would have to talk with Kamal. I did for
yeah.
certain.
I guess like it's the big liberal audience. I mean, like I know there's like Kyle Kalinske and the Young Turks, but like I just
I
don't
don't think
feel
they're
like
popular anymore though.
they're not as popular. Yeah. I mean, I feel like Pod Save America is kind of like big, but they all feel so like they feel so corporate. Like they don't feel like really personality driven. They feel
I
like they're
wanted to
just
say
like
Jimmy Dore, but Jimmy Dore is interesting. He's like a
no,
pseudo.
he's like alt right left. He's
Yeah, right. That's a good way to put it. He's
he's
alt right.
woke right left. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah. He's like, talk.
he's
He's
more
like
right
promote.
leaning than Trump. Like
Yeah, exactly. He's basically more right leaning than Trump, but yet
yeah,
he's like, he's for Medicare for all. Like he's kind of like me,
yeah,
pretty much
yeah.
in a
I'm
sense.
trying to think of who that even is. Like who those people even are. I don't, and like you said, like personality driven. Like it's really, I don't know. I just can't even think of anybody.
Could we
I think
fill
they're
the
just kind of
void? Should we
more.
switch our tone to like, more of a like a like a pro DNC? Maybe we
We
could fill the
should.
void.
We should be, yeah, like you said, like personality driven liberals. Like we'll just be like the fun liberals. We'll be like, listen, like if you don't get the vaccine, you're going to prison. Ha 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 ha. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
just stuff
right.
like that.
Yeah,
We'll just be
promoting
like,
abortion like
yeah, yeah.
hardcore.
Instead of, I feel like everything, and I have worked in public radio, so I can kind of like, I'm familiar with it. But I feel like all of the left leaning stuff is like just more stuffy and more like NPR kind of, and like New York Times, where it's like, so today we are going to discuss what happened at the meeting. Trump said they do not know what the F they are doing. Can you believe that? What are your thoughts? We're going to speak with the New York Times editor right now here. Like that's how they sound. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they all
Sounds
like
pretty
take
good.
themselves. I've been there. I've done that. That was my yeah. But I'm saying like maybe we should just be like the fun version of like liberal, like you said, like we should just be like all the liberal talking points. We'll be like Trump is Hitler. He is a Nazi. Like we need
Yeah,
to just
we
like
should
come out
really
and
lean
just be
into
like,
that.
yeah, just be like he was on Epstein's island. Like just
There's
start just
videos of
throwing.
him, doing all sorts of horrible things. And, he is how many times has he been indicted? Why isn't he in prison right now? When he needs to be impeached immediately for the third time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe that's what we need to do. And like I'm okay, we are gonna go, but I do
Yeah,
want to
we got
just
to get
wrap
out
up
of here.
when you were saying about like the going liberal. I think it is really just interesting. Like there's this we've kind of talked about this before, but I just was recently exposed to this again. I came across this woman, I won't say how, I kind of like she's from this area and she has like a Threads account and every single day she was just like posting like these like takes about Trump that like nobody reads and I think I was gonna send it to you. It's just like it's like January 1st. She's like Trump is Hitler. He is a Nazi. We will all be rounded up. And it's like the next day. Can you believe he did this with Elon Musk? And it's just every single day this woman is waking up and just like putting her thoughts out there about Trump and thinking that she's like leading some kind of like resistance
She's the
against like Hitler
resistance.
2.0. And I just feel like these people, and then the opposite side of the coin of that are the people, like you said, like the boomers that get up every day and they're just like, oh my God, Trump did this, Trump, or they're like constantly defending Trump. They're like, Trump posted an image of himself as Superman. He's so hilarious. He's playing five-dimensional chess. He's doing this, he's doing that. Like, they also are just equally obsessed with Trump. Like, and I believe that's
I know.
actual Trump derangement syndrome. It is you either have Trump derangement, you know how there's like herpes A and like B or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like
right. You either think that he's the savior or that he is the antichrist. It's
yeah.
one of the two.
Either way, you have Trump derangement syndrome. Like every single day you wake up and whatever the orange man is doing, you are going to conduct your emotions, you are going to conduct your life, You are going to make a Facebook post about it, and it just goes into the oblivion that nobody reads. Like every single day, you are just consumed with what the orange man is doing. Hey, I work in this industry. I don't give a flying feather fiddlesticks what Trump is doing every day. I actually wish my dream in life is to wake up every day and not even think about Trump. Like that is like my
Well,
dream.
he's gonna have a third
Yeah.
term, Karen. You better get ready. He's gonna have a third term. We're gonna be talking about it's gonna be 2028,
Uh,
and we're gonna be like,
it's
oh my
not
God,
even
Trump, can you believe
Trump.
Trump won for the third time?
It's
The fourth
just this
time?
like cult of just inane conversation. Like you say all the time, like influencer cabinet. It's just like this influencer government that I cannot take. And it's not even like it's Biden, it's Obama, it's Bush. It's like we need to start, it needs to be like illegal to talk about, like only on Mondays we can talk about the politics. Like that's it.
Yeah,
Like the rest of
that's
the
it.
week.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a joke. I'm not serious, but it's like it
No,
is
I'm
at a
serious.
point.
While
Yeah.
we're at our jobs not really working on a Monday, we're going to be talking about politics. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll actually do the job. And then Friday, well, Fridays, that's more of like a drug day, actually, where
Yeah.
we kind of, we
We
dabble in a
pop a
little
Xanax, we
bit,
take some
right.
fentanyl.
Yeah, Fridays are more of just sort of like a drugging and drinking sort of a day. That's
Saturday and
how I
Sunday are
would.
recovery. Sunday
What's
is for
that?
church, and Sunday is for
Oh,
church.
absolutely. The Latin,
Yeah.
you better
Yeah.
be at the Latin Mass on Sunday. I'm telling you.
All right. Well, I will
That's
let
it.
you go. This has been a lot of fun. I'm
It
sorry
has.
that Q has disappointed us once again. Um,
Can't say I'm
Colin,
surprised.
we hope that you are back with us next week. Where we go one, we go all.